Anata Buktyartam Bhavasagare Manorate Madiyoyam Sapala Salvadatvaya Nirvigne Naiva Kartavyam Tasoham Tavakeshava Bhave Bhave Yatha Bhakti Pasha Natastvam no Yatha Prabhu Nama Sankirtanam Yasha Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Tukashamanastam Namami Harim Param Chamma Dasha Yatombayat Idaratas Charteshvabhyasvarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muhandiya Suraya Tejobari Mridam Yata Vinimayo Yatra Trisalgo Murisha Tamna Srena Sada Nirasta Kwakam Satam Botra Paramo Nilmasaranam Satam Vedam Vastavam Atravastu Shivatam Tapatrayon Malanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimma Pare Ishvaraha Satyo Hritya Bharupta Tetra Kritivi Shushurshvish Darshana Nikama Kalpataro Kalitam Palam Shukamukat Amrita Devasanyutam Pivada Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rashka Bhuvi Bhavaka Sachidananda Rupaya Vishwapatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Tam Anupeta Peta Krityam Tripayano Biraha Katara Ajuhava Putreti Tamaya Tarabo Binezus Tam Salvabhuta Hridaya Munim Anatosmi Yasva Anubhavam Akila Shruti Saramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atitir Shatam Tamontam Samsarinam Karuna Yaha Purana Guyam Tam Vyasa Sunum Payami Gurum Muninam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasvatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Uthiraye Nitrita Nanendo Mamavachi Bijrimbitam Murare Madrimna Kanika Pi Kapi Kapi Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharire Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachachate Shatarine Pande Nanda Brajastri Nam Padarenum Abhishnasha Yasam Harigato Gitam Punati Pumanatrayam Sri Kopi Charna Ravinda Pramana Namaha Pitambaram Karabi Karuna Samudram Radha Sahayamiti Sundara Mandahasam Pataleyasha Manisham Hridi Pavayami Komalam Kojayam Benum Samaloyam Kumaraka Veda Vedya Param Brahma Pasatam Pratomama Mukam Karoti Bhajalam Pangum Langarete Krim Yakripa Tamaham Bande Paramananda Madhavam Salvatra Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, everyone. I wish you all happy Diwali and a happy New Year on behalf of Patanjali Muni Prabhu and all our Srimad Bhagavatam team. All the admin staff, on behalf of all the admin, I wish you all the very best for the Krishna consciousness in future for the coming year ahead. Also, I'm going to request Vijay Lakshmi to start the summary if it's possible now, please. And I'll mute everyone. Yeah, I will.
Of class of 10th November 2020. Two important words from Srimad Bhagavatam 11:23-44 are Atma, which is Supreme Soul, and Manaha, which is mind. If we understand this, there is a greater chance to understand Krishna. Spiritual life is Sambandha Jnana, that is, who are we, who is Krishna, relationship, and how to put it into practice. Just as we extract gold from mud, we must learn from every situation. There is always something to learn from every situation, whether it is good or bad. That means, for example, we can learn even from a child, an enemy. We then discussed a few questions asked by the Zoom audience. The first question was, 4 principles that Jesus said have less than more, seek to be last than first, do the will of others rather than your own, learn to accept the will of God. Second question, do we allow people to dominate us? Srimad Bhagavatam 5:9-10. Here we learn that one should have one's will, but when there is a conflict, offer your advice, respect the opinion and leave it at that. Don't push it. Peace will be disrupted. So under any circumstance, don't let your peace, Shanti, be disturbed. Third question, how to deal with insult and neglect? Srimad Bhagavatam 11:22-58-59. No matter what difficulties, be Shreyas Kamaha. Focus on ultimate benefit, your ultimate goal. Don't be Prayas Kama. That is, you want immediate benefit. The mind wants Prayas Kama, but we must on spirituality. This is Shreyas Kamaha. This way you will be able to tolerate the offense committed against you. Fourth question. People born in a Brahmin family don't take to spirituality, and those born in Western family with no knowledge of Krishna take to Krishna easily. Why? The answer is given in the following scriptures. Srimad Bhagavatam 7:5-32, Mundaka Upanishad 3-3. 5:12. These say that one needs the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to understand Him. Also, one who has attained the mercy of a great devotee can understand the absolute truth. Then finally, we touched upon the question, how could Avanti Brahman tolerate all the insults meted out to him? He insulted him, he would not say anything. He wouldn't allow the insults to affect his mind by using his proper intelligence. His focus was not on mundane topics. He had a higher goal, and he knew if he paid attention to the insults and let it affect him, it will disrupt his peace and deviate him from his actual goal. He saw good. Secondly, he saw good in every bad situation. And three, he never gave up. He persisted. This is the internal money, etc. do not make you noble, but developing internally, controlling the mind, etc. can make you a noble person. He was totally devoted internally to Krishna, though externally it didn't seem so. Finally, Shanti brings Krishna to you and anger sends Krishna away. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Vijayalakshmi Mataji. Request Alkesh Prabhu to do the demon story of Casey, please. I will.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Krishna. Actually, Meghna prepared this, so I'm just reading what Meghna prepared. So
yeah, that's fine.
So we are talking today. Well, the demon we are discussing is Keshi demon, the Keshi demon. So I'll start now. Kamsa, maternal uncle of Lord Krishna, kept on sending many powerful mystic demons, the best of all in the universe, like Putana, Shakatasura, Trinavatra, Agusura, Bakasura, Yamasura, Vastasura, etc., to murder little child Krishna. Both Krishna and Balaram effortlessly killed them to the surprise of Kamsa. Kamsa, thus highly frustrated in his attempts to kill Krishna, sent a mighty powerful mystic demon named Keshi. Keshi assumed the form of a gigantic mad horse. He came galloping towards Vrindavan. He ran at the speed of the mind. His hooves seemed to tear the earth apart and cause earthquakes. His tail reached so high in the sky that it was scattering the clouds. Right then in Vrindavan, unaware of what was in store for them, the cowherd boys were grazing the cows and playing blissfully with Lord Krishna. Madhu Mangala, one of the cowherd boys who is fond of ladus, joked with Krishna, saying, "Hey Krishna, my dear friend, you are so dear to the inhabitants of Vrindavan. They all love you and are pleased and please you by offering delicious food. Lend me your beautiful peacock feather, flute, and effulgent and gorgeous yellow clothing. Thus, dressed like you, I will procure ladus and eat them to my heart's content." Out of affection for his friend, Krishna personally decorated his friend and sent him away. Meanwhile, Keshi demon was searching in Vrindavan for the boy who wore the peacock feather, played the flute, and wore yellow garments as per the orders given by Kamsa. Seeing Madhu Mangala dressed as Krishna, Keshi furiously attacked him. Madhu Mangala was frightened to see this ghastly demon and immediately called out to Krishna for help. Just at that time, Krishna came to the scene to rescue his friend and challenged Keshi for a duel with him. Infuriated by the challenge, Keshi opened his mouth to devour Krishna. When he approached Krishna, he began to kick Krishna with his front legs. Krishna grabbed those legs, whirled him around, and threw him away to a long distance of more than 100 yards. Keshi fell to the ground unconscious, but he came back to consciousness, madder than ever before. Now Keshi's eyes were blazing with anger. He charged toward Krishna with his gigantic mouth kept open to devour the Lord. Krishna, with his big smile on his lotus face, effortlessly pushed his hand in Keshi's mouth and broke all of his teeth. Keshi felt Krishna's lotus hand stuck within his throat like a red-hot fire. Krishna's hand expanded and expanded until Keshi could no longer breathe. Finally, he got choked up and suffocated and started kicking his legs. His eyeballs exploded out of his sockets. He passed stool and urine simultaneously, slipped over and fell to the ground, dead. The cowherd boys were very happy. They cried out, "Well done, Krishna, well done." And the demigods from heaven showered flowers upon his head. Because his hand was stuck in Keshi's dirty mouth, Krishna came down to the Ghat on the banks of the Yamuna to take his bath after killing Keshi. From then on, this Ghat came to be known as Keshi Ghat. From that time onwards, great devotees of the Lord have been reciting this wonderful pastime of Krishna killing Keshi, which means long head, the horse demon at Keshi Ghat. Significance of this great pastime. Keshi represents the vanity of thinking, "I am a great devotee and guru." Also the false ego arising from attachment from wealth and material accomplishments. Keshi demon represents the anartha of pride in one's own devotional practice and achievements. Keshi also represents the sense of vanity and ego. Keshi was a horse. Horses are controlled by pulling their mouth with ropes. So Krishna put his hand right in the mouth of Keshi and controlled him. Proud people often boast about themselves with their own mouth and criticize others. So one should curtail these demoniac tendencies by restricting one's tongue from engaging in prajalpa, unnecessary gossip, and by chanting the holy names of Krishna, thus purifying ourselves. Therefore, the prayer that one should offer at Keshi Ghat is to become blessed by Krishna so as to be able to render more and more devotional service in the humble mood of being the servant of Krishna's servants, without becoming unnecessarily proud of one's devotional practices and achievements. According to the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, in his last life, Keshi was Super Svaka, one of the brothers of the Gandharvas, who became Pralamba and Bakasura. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Wow, that was amazing. Akash Prabhu, well done. Really, thank you. Story was really well said, and I'm sure the point everyone should be noting is Prajalpa. It's very important that we should not talk any unnecessary subject which is not required in our daily life or whatever spiritual world either. So thank you, Akash Prabhu. Now I'm going to just request Patanjali Muni Prabhu to begin his class, please. Also, Patanjali Muni Prabhu, I got the two open, the one which is a Veda-based Srimad Bhagavatam, just please let me know. I will share the screen.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Patanjali Prabhu.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you, everyone. Welcome to Sri Bhagavatam class.
Haribol. Thank you. Good summary and wonderful narration of Casey Demon. So it is quite relevant to us, this demon, as our spiritual life. Little bit of accomplishment, then we become immediately proud of it. So someone says that, oh, I've been chanting such and such years, or I've been devotee such and years, or I've distributed such a amount of books or Bhagavatam set, etc., etc. So we easily take pride in our own achievement. But here, Keshe Demon represent that that's actually so sooner or later, Krishna somehow gave mercy that that egoistic mentality has to disappear. So in this way, the demon story is good for the children. At the same time, it's good for us also. That's why we going through all demon story to purify our heart and mind, so that we can continue on the verse which we were meant to read last week, but we didn't read. So 11th chapter, text, 11th canto, chapter 23, text 44.
Okay, sure. I'll do that now.
Okay. But actually, I can do it because I'll do it. So this is also very important verse for us to understand the difference between Atma and Manaha. So ultimately, we know Atma and Paramatma. So that if we understand Atma, then we understand Paramatma. And if we understand Paramatma, then we know we live together with Paramatma. Sometimes we ignore Paramatma. So that this will give us insight that what the significance of Atma and Manaha. So I'll read it first, and then someone can read the translation.
Okay.
Atma manasa samihata hiranyamayo masaka utvichaste manasvalingam parigrihya kaman jushan nibatto guna sangato su.
Okay, so next one is actually, I cannot see the Greta and I can't see Unika either. So I will request Sunita to read the translation, please.
Hare Krishna. Present along with the struggling mind within the material body, the super soul is not endeavoring because he is already endowed with transcendental enlightenment. Acting as my friend, he simply witnesses from his transcendental position. I, the infinitesimal spirit soul, on the other hand, have embraced this mind, which is the mirror reflecting the image of the material world. Thus, I have become engaged in enjoying objects of desire and am entangled due to the contact with the modes of nature.
So here there is three subjects here. One is super soul, one is I, and the last thing is the mind. So sometimes it's very difficult to translate the Atma. So here, Atma translated as the the supreme soul. But sometimes the Atma get translated in the mind also. Sometimes Atma translated as our own soul. Sometimes Atma get translated into universe. So in this way, Atma is many concepts. So then how we understand this one? How we understand exactly what Atma means? So, for example, here, Sangita Mataji is organizing this one. But Sangita Mataji can be called as mother, can be called as a friend, can be called as a daughter, depends on the relationship she makes. So according to her relationship, she can be called so differently. So in that way, we have to understand this Atma in context of that verse. Example that so what is Atma in general? So when we say Atma, it refers to the spring soul or the living entity. So can anyone read this translation, please? It's from this is Prahlad Maharaj's statement. Yeah.
I would request Vinod Vihari Prabhu, can you unmute yourself and read this translation, please?
Okay. Atma refers to the Supreme Lord or the living entities. Both of them are spiritual, free from birth and death, free from deterioration, and free from material contamination. They are individual. They are the knowers of the external body, and they are the foundation of shelter of everything. They are free from material change. They are self-illuminated. They are the cause of all causes with the material body, and therefore they are always uncovered. With these transcendental qualities, one who is actually learned must give up the illusory conception of life, in which one thinks, I am this material body, and everything in relationship with this body is mine. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So here, if you read the first line, is Atma Nityo Vyayaha Shutta Eka Kshetragya and Nitya. First quality of Atma is Nitya. Nitya means, as you all know, eternal. But the quality of mind is Chanchal. So it's totally opposite. So mind is always fluctuating, always ups and down. That is mind. But Atma is Nitya, is eternal. But then yet sometimes this Atma itself translated as the mind. So now you have to know. Then this is the quality. Normally we refer to mind which is fluctuating. But when Atma refers to the soul or super soul, then it takes this quality. So which means the same person, for example, the same Sangita, when she referred as daughter, then we immediately etc. etc. But when she becomes referred as the mother, then who is very responsible, looking after all the needs of her child, and then her role and the character changes. So in this way, the same word, according to context, we have to know how to understand, how to extract the meaning of it. Yes. So, for example, the Bhagavad Gita, it says, Uttared Atmana Atmanam Natmana Avashadayet. Atmeva Atmano Bandhu Atmeva Ripul Atmanaha. Here, Krishna says, one must deliver one's own mind or one's own conditioned soul by the mind. So the same Atma, Prabhupada translated here as your soul and Avasada. So don't let yourself down. don't put into avasada degradation. Avasada what you shouldn't make what you shouldn't put into degradation is that your self, conditioned soul, atmanam, and also atma now turning into from the soul to the mind. So atma, mind, eva hi. So the same atma becomes now friend of conditioned soul. So the same atma now translated as mind, and then when you say atmanaha, that becomes a conditioned soul. And also atma eva ripul atmanaha. So the same mind can be conditioned souls, ripuhu becomes enemy. So here, by this only analyzing what this atma can be translated in various ways. Exactly the same way we ourselves also can be taken into different roles. So sometimes we can be father, sometimes we can be devotee, sometimes you can be friend, sometimes you can be son, sometimes you can be manager, sometimes you can be servant, in so many ways. Changes, but there is one thing remains, the identity, yourself, you as identity doesn't change. So now let's go back to our verse. Our verse, it says here, let me go back to screen share. Here, Aniya Atma Manasa Samihata. So this Brahmana, Bhikshu Brahmana, understood the difference between the Atma and Manaha. That's why somehow he could tolerate all the insult. So ultimately, when there is a moment of a conflict, when there is a moment of being angry, or when there is a moment of like it, there is an external element. Actually, due to that external element, I'm putting into that situation, or I'm feeling in that way. But if we understand this verse correctly, then actually it's not external fact affecting me. Actually, my own self, I'm interpreting it in that way. So this will go through by word. Okay, here. This Atma, Aniha, no matter what happens, actually Atma itself not endeavoring, or Atma itself not affected by external features or external happening. So today class will be a little bit of philosophical, so that I want you to tolerate this one, and then later on we'll talk about something light. So in the beginning, it will be something slightly something heavy. So the Atma, no matter what you do, also Atma is not really endeavoring. But Manasa Samihata, but mind, which goes with that Atma, is always Samihata, struggling, which is struggling. Or mind is always acting. Yes? So here there is difference between Atma and Manasa. So then what is the Atma? Then here it said Hiranyamaya, existing transcendental enlightenment. We just read Atma is Nitya, Atma is Shuddha, Atma is Abhyaya, not changing, eternal, and then the pure. Along with that, Bhikshu Gita introduced another aspect of Atma, which is Hiranmaya. So literally, Hiranmaya means the light of the gold. So Hiranyakashipu, who is Hiranyakashipu?
Prahlad Maharaj's father.
So what is the meaning of Hiranyakashipu?
Is that here?
The meaning of Hiranyakashipu is the Hiranya means gold, Kashipu is soft bed. So one who attached gold and soft bed, which means Hiranya means the wealth. He's very much attached to his wealth and gold, and then he's very much attached to soft bed, means he's etc. So this is Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranmaya is the enlightenment or the shining aspect of the gold is called Hiranmaya. So when the gold is covered by the mud, can we see the light? When
Somebody.
can we see? Let us yeah.
Who's the iPhone? The one who unmuted? Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna.
When,
I just joined. Sorry, it's me.
So yeah, Haribol.
So when the gold is covered by the mud, can we see the light or not?
No.
No. But when we clean that, yes. So although Atma, the transcendental quality of us, although within us, when it's covered by ego or our mind, it doesn't shine. But because it doesn't shine, doesn't mean that the shine quality, the enlightenment of quality, does it disappear or not? Does it disappear or not?
No.
No, it doesn't. But
No,
we
It doesn't disappear.
But we
Yes,
can't see
we
it.
all agree. So that's great. So now this is mentioned in Upanishad, Ishopanishad, nicely. So Upanishad, it says here, Hiranmayena patrena satyasya pitam mukam tattvam pushana pa vrinu shatta dharmaya drishtaye. Please read this translation.
Yeah, Meena Kavya, can you please read? Hare Krishna, Meena Kavya.
Sorry, Hare Krishna.
Can you read the translation?
Oh my Lord, sustainer of all that lives, your real face is covered by your dazzling effulgence. Kindly remove that covering and exhibit yourself to your pure devotee. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for nice reading.
Thank you.
So when sun is covered by cloud, does it mean that the sun disappeared? This is what Bhagavatam gives us. This is what Bhagavad gives us. That's why Krishna says, why we shouldn't let ourselves down? Fact is very simple. Something shines, something eternal, something pure, something full of knowledge, something which is bliss. It's within you, but don't let it covered by your manam. Rather than covering, you take that out. You bring that into the light. Nahatma Avashade, don't just try to cover it due to certain surroundings, due to certain influence. And once you bring the light out, then it becomes your best friend. Atmano Bandhu, Atmana Bandhu, it becomes your best friend. So even if you don't have much followers, even if you have maybe 1,000 followers, maybe 10,000 followers, ultimately they may not will your friend. Once your power is out, they'll be out also. Once your power goes from your computer, they go too. But Atma within you, they never disappear. No matter what you go through, that Atma is always you and always shines. And then, but if you of the true quality characteristics of Atma, then you know what happened? The same Atma becomes your enemy. Your mind becomes your enemy. Don't make your mind your enemy. Here, Ishopanishad, Prabhupada translated such a wonderful way in the purpose also in your own good time you read it. So in this way, Krishna also within on our heart. Within Krishna in our heart is covered, like gold is covered by mud. And then Satyasha Pitam Mukham, your real face also, Satya is supreme truth. Your supreme truth also here it says Api Hitam is covered. Krishna's real face of truth is always covered. But now, that way, Tattvam Pushana Pavrinu. Pushan, actually, Pushan is like the son also, or Stainer, or one of the son's name is Pushana. And so that's why early morning we pray to the sun god. Om Gram Mitraya Namaha, Om Hrim Abaye Namaha, Om Hrum Suraya Namaha, Om Hraim Bhanave Namaha, Om Hraum Kagaya Namaha, Om. So here, Tattvam Pusha, one of son's name, actually whatever son's name is actually Krishna's name. So Tattvam Pushana Pavrenu Satya Dharmaya Trishtaya. Satya Dharma literally means actually let devotee seize that supreme truth. Please, you reveal yourself to the devotee. So in this way, that here the verse Bhikshu Gita says that here Aniya Atma Manasa Samihata Hiranmayo Masaka Utpichaste. So Utpichaste means looking down. So who is looking down? Krishna is looking down within on our heart all the time. Why? Because here it says, it says that Masaka, my friend, means actually in Krishna's terms, in Krishna position, sees the soul. Krishna sees the soul as Masakaha. You are my friend. Ultimately, our true friend is Krishna, it says here. But Hiranmaya is like the shining gold. So we cannot separate the shyness and the gold. So in this way, we cannot separate Krishna as that we don't see the existence of Krishna, Masaka. Then when we forget Krishna, then we identify ourselves, external feature of us, and then we experiencing ups and downs, happiness, distress. So this is Atma. So now the Bhikshu Gita says that now what is the Manaha? What is the mind? He says Manaha Svalinga. So Linga, you heard Linga all the time. Where do you hear Linga?
Shivling.
Yes, Shiva Linga. What is the meaning of Shiva Linga?
Shivling.
You say Shiva Linga, so that what is the meaning of Shiva Linga?
Okay, if anybody knows, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah.
If anyone knows. Hare Krishna. Anyone knows the meaning of Shivlinga, then unmute yourself, please.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Is it when Shivji caught Gangaji was caught in the hair of Shivji? Is that right?
Yeah, that's a lila, that's a katha. What is the meaning of Shiva Linga?
I thought that was the one.
What is the meaning? Literally, the meaning of Shiva Linga.
The mind.
Huh?
The mind.
Material.
Shiva Linga is a mind. Shiva's mind is a Shiva Linga.
Yeah.
So we say Shiva Linga all the time. What is the meaning of Shiva Linga? Shiva's eyes, or what is it?
Is it creator, creation?
Shiva's close. Shiva's manifestation
of material existence.
Shiva's manifestation is called Shiva Ling.
Material existence. Yeah.
So Shiva's manifestation, we
Of
see
material
that like
existence.
stone which has the like mountain at the top, and there is a base. That's called Shiva Ling. Why? We call Shiva Linga. That's a manifestation of Shiva. Like we have Radha Gokulananda. So Radha Gokulananda is a manifestation of Gokulananda. So we feed Radha Gokulananda, we dress Radha Gokulananda. Why? Because that's a manifestation of Krishna and Radharani. The same way here it says, Manaha Svalinga. So can anyone read this translation?
Could you share the screen, Prabhuji? Sorry. Could you share the screen?
Oh, so let me swipe. Yeah, go ahead.
Meena Kavya, can you please read it? Yeah, when it is screen is shared?
Yes.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
They're sharing the screen.
So Manaha Svalingam. So yes, mind is Svalingam. So it says, what is the meaning Svalingam? Can you read the translation?
Sorry, Prabhuji, can you put the screen up because can't see this translation? Up to Vadakeya. Meena Kavya, can you read it?
Yeah. Although
Yes, yeah.
present,
No.
No.
Word for Svalinga, word for word translation.
What to what translation?
Not endeavoring.
No. Svalingam.
I think that which projects the image of material world upon him, the soul.
Yes. So it says here, that's why some important verses, it goes through the word for word. So mind is that which project the image of material world upon him.
Yeah.
So there is this definition of mind. Whatever you see, that is image of that object which upon you, who project this image? Who project this image? Think, for example, Sangita as mother. Who thinks Sangita as mother?
The mind.
My son.
Her own son. Her own son sees her as mother. But who sees Sangita as daughter?
My mom.
Mother or the parents. Sangita sometimes called mother, sometimes called daughter, but Sangita changes or no?
No.
Doesn't change.
No.
Here, look again. Mind projects the image of a world. So sometimes we see the world is good, sometimes we see the world is bad. Does the world changes or not?
No.
But what changes it?
Our mind and our perceptions, the way we
Our
look.
mind and here, class again and again. If you want to change it, you should be the change first. Always. But and yet we have a tendency to change, not our mind, the outside, externally what we observe. So for example, if we have a relationship problem, what we trying to do all the time? Already we trying to change the partner. So we only chastise, but we never think, maybe my approach to my son maybe has to be a bit different. Or what can I change to change my son? But we take a shortcut way. So I told you to do this, why you didn't do it? If next time you don't do, I'll take you computer way or whatever. So we trying to mold around whatever way that's suitable for my own interest. by changing externals. But here Bhagavatam says, your mind is Svalinga, project the image of the world. So if you want to see any change, you have to change your mind first. So here, manaha svalingam parigriha. So this mind, parigriha, embracing the image mind project of the world, and then what's the next step? Kaman, the desire develops. Kaman jushan, engage with desire. So some boy thinks that girl is beautiful. So that as soon as he recognizes, perceives that girl is beautiful, she is my the candidate for my marriage or my wife, then he started to make an action to approach. I either sweet words start and then offer the flowers, etc., etc. So in this way, as soon as he got a certain image of the world, which he projected his own from his own mind, and then desire develops, and then as soon as he jushan, when you engage with that desire, then what becomes next?
Action.
Nibbata, bondage. Yes. So here it says nibbata. So as soon as desire develops, and then engage with the desire, which Sankita mentioned as action, as soon as when you act, nibbata, bondage also develops. Then guna sangataha. Then what kind of a bondage? Why do we have a certain desire? So people have different desire. So Damadar month, people have different vratas and different Damadar months. Why? Why all this varies? Guna sangata, according to their guna, because of association with the mode of nature. But and yet also this infinitesimal spirit soul, does it change or not?
No.
No, it doesn't change. So this is the fundamental difference. So that the Atma changes or not?
Atma don't change. Yeah.
Don't change. But Manaha changes or not?
Yes, it can.
Changes.
Okay, so now here question. Can we change the world?
Okay, can you raise the hand if anybody want to speak, please, without speaking? Patanjali, can you say, please?
Yeah, we can't change the world, but we can change our perceptions towards the world. What we, yeah. But we can't change for the external, can we?
That's 50%. We can change the world. We can change the world. How? By changing our own perception.
Yeah, yes.
Ultimately, we can change the world. It looks like we can't change it, but only we can change our perception. But if you take one step further, by changing our perception, actually, we are actually changing the world.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So, Damodar Lila is all about it changing the world. Yes, the perception. How? Normally, we are dependent. Krishna is the person who is shelter. So we are dependent and Krishna is a shelter. But in Damodar Lila, who is?
You can speak now. Venu Madhuri Mataji, you can speak now. She was just unmuting herself. Okay, no, she doesn't want to speak.
So anyone can answer. In Damodar Lila, who is Supreme, or not Supreme, so okay.
Yeah, Vijayalakshmi wants to say.
Who is?
Krishna here is depending. Actually, both of them are depending on each other.
Okay, there's a Vendu Madhuri
Anyone else?
Mataji.
Any other opinion?
Yes, Vendu Madhuri Mataji can speak now, please.
Yeah, in the Modha Lila, it is basically this endeavor and mercy is words about that only. The Krishna, nobody can bind Krishna, but Mother Yashoda wanted to bind Krishna. He's the bound to Loki, nobody can bound. It's only when he showed his own mercy, things can happen. Then he can do. So basically, it's the endeavor of the Mother Yashoda and the mercy of the Krishna which works.
Okay,
my question is quite simple. Who is dependent? Who is sheltered here?
Okay, Surya Prabhu can say, iPhone, the one who raised the hand. iPhone, please. Hi, Krishna, please unmute yourself. Surya Prabhu,
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful questions you're asking, Prabhu. Thank you. In this situation, the way you ask the question, maybe Krishna is the small young boy and he's scared of his mother, and his mother is still trying to try him and all that. So I would say maybe Krishna is dependent. Just in this Leela, he's acting like that.
Yes, Krishna is dependent. Mother Yashoda is the shelter. Of Krishna consciousness. So in other religion, God is Father. God is already giving the shelter. But here, God is depending on mercy of Mother. Then the world of God, world of our devotion, now it takes totally different formation. So then why Krishna doing this? Suddenly God becomes dependent on devotee. Why Krishna do this one?
okay, somebody want to raise their hand? Anybody, Pranas, you want to answer?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Sorry, Sivra Mataji, okay, yeah.
To glorify his devotee.
Glorify devotee and also anyone else?
Okay,
Yes.
there is Bhavini.
Vijay Lakshmi, yes.
Yeah.
To his devotees.
For the pleasure to devotee
Yeah,
and Patanjali Mataji.
Krishna wants to say that he becomes a servant of his devotee.
Krishna becomes servant of his devotee. Anyone else? Why Krishna exhibit this lila? Anyone else?
Yes, there is the one is Bhavini wanted to speak and Keshav. Keshav there, please, Keshav.
Oh, that's me, Rupa.
Yeah, Rupa, can you please speak here?
I think it's to change. It's a perception change, like. But in the Leela, he is dependent on the devotees. So it's like complete change of.
Change of lila. Okay, anyone else? Here, Rajan Tatani.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, for his own pleasure.
For his own pleasure. Still, the word is missing, which I am looking for. Why Krishna changing all his mood, his lila? Why does this? Why he take a form of a little baby? Why he wants this? Okay, Sunita.
Yeah. Sunita, please unmute yourself. Sunita. Or Pranas is there. Sorry, Pranas can answer now, please.
One of the reasons is because actually these pastimes can only be performed in material world. There is no such pastime in spiritual world, so it's extra fun for everyone.
So fun for everybody. So something of the more than that fun. So anybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you please? Sorry. Because otherwise everybody speak together and we don't know who's speaking what. Sorry.
Okay. Vijay Lakshmi Mataji.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
This is actually, this whole Leela is to lead to liberating the Arjuna.
Oh, sorry.
So that Leela comes later, yes. But here, my question, listen to the question again. In general, God is the Father, God is giving shelter, but Krishna took. Why Krishna taking, performing this Leela? Yeah, Sunita, yeah.
I think even even the Lord feels helpless in front of pure love of his devotee. So that's why he performed this Leela. That's how helpless he feels when he sees the pure love in his devotees.
Yes, invoking the love.
Yeah.
Krishna wants the love from us, nothing else. So here, the first verse, it says Krishna in the Dhamma Lila first verse, Dhamarastakam, Namam Ishvaram Satchit Ananda Rupam. So I offer obeisances, Namami. To whom? Ishvara. So Ishvara, you know, the supreme controller. I offer obeisance. One who is embodiment, Rupa, embodiment of Sat Chit Ananda. The Sat means eternity, Chit, knowledge potency, and Ananda, full of bliss, who is embodiment of eternity, the existence, and bliss. So I offer obeisances. This is a Mongola Charan of this Damodar Astakam. So whatever we do, we always do chant Mongola Charan. For example, we build for example, we said Haveli. So we did the Yagya first for groundbreaking ceremony. So this is Mongola Charan. So anything we do is good to seek blessings of a senior devotee or seek blessings of parents, any senior. So in this way, we do Mongola Charan. Why? Because this Mongola Charan helps to remove all the obstacles. So whatever goal we pursue. So here, it starts with the Nama Mishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam. We start with Mongola Charan. Dalam Gokule Brajamanam. So it gives us, number one, Rupa Vishesha, home. And then, in one sense, it Rupa Vishesha. And then, next line, the Yashoda Biyo Luka Ladava Manam. Krishna is Dhava Manam, running away from Yashoda. Why? Because in fear, Yashoda Biya. So in fear of Mother Yashoda, so running away from where? Uluka, by the away from the the mortar. And then this is exhibiting Krishna's lila. So Rasa Kundalam, Krishna has a Rasa Kundala. Kundala is a beautiful earrings, which is shiny, Rasa. And then Krishna form itself has this beautiful earrings. And also this one, Gokule Brajamanam, it shines in the entire Gokul. And also this Gokul, not only the village, actually Go, it represents gopis also. It shines the heart of the gopis. And also Go means the cows also. So Krishna form itself is such a special. Now Krishna performing this special lila. Why? It comes here at the end. Param Rishtam Atyanta Atyanto Druta Gopya. So here, why? Because Krishna Paramrishtam. Paramrishtam means Para Amrishtam means catching. So Gopi, how he's going to catch Krishna? Atyanto Drutya. Atyanta means very much. Druta means quickly. Gopi, in order to allow Gopi quickly to grab Krishna. So this is called Sneha Vishesha. Sneha, love. So in general, in order to get in touch with Krishna, in Bhagavad says, Bhavanan Chama. So after many births is we come into contact with Krishna, and then we hear about Krishna. And also another place Krishna says, Manushanam Sahasreshu, out of 1,000 men, actually they want to know Krishna. But out of people who want to know Krishna, out of 1,000 men or women, hardly anyone knows Krishna. Some yogis are performing lifetime after lifetime to go to Krishna, to understand Krishna. Some yogi don't die easily, so they perform austerity for 1,000 years. And also even one life is enough. So again and again. But here, Paramrishtam Atyanta Drutya Gopya. Here, Krishna performed pastime in a way that this gopi quickly. So Drutya, you know, the Drutya word comes in right in the beginning of Bhagavatam, describing peoples in Kali Yuga. Manda Smando Matayo Manda Bhagya Hi Upadrutya. So Upadrutya. So we are, our mind quickly responsive. Upadrutya, quickly agitated, quickly disturbed. So I always say act, but not react. But we are too much quickly react on responses. Enough to Krishna. That's our problem. But here, Krishna, by performing his lila, so don't be quickly responsive to these material dealings. This material dealings is nothing but svalingam, your own perception. Let that go. But when it comes to Krishna's lila, that one you must be quickly responsive. I will let you catch me from the behind. No problem. In one sense, this another meaning of this is that Krishna is not easy to catch. So as you know, Mukundaha Tadami Mukunda, he gives quickly liberation, but not bhakti yoga. So the fifth canto, it says, let me see, Mukunda Tadami, where is the verse? So, Mukundaha muktim dadati karechitsma na bhakti yogam. So here's a Bhagavatam, fifth canto. Krishna gives mukti very easily. But Bhakti Yoga 5, 6, 18. Bhakti Yoga doesn't give easily. So Krishna is there with us, but somehow Krishna is a bit elusive. So, but and yet, if you have sneha, if you have true love, then Krishna allow you to catch him. So, and also how it says, quickly, atyanta drutya, atyanto drutya. So, okay, this one, we shared this one. Okay, can I share now the screen? Okay, now let me share. So actually, so here, Namamishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam Rasa Kundalam Gokule Prajamanam Yashoda Biyo Luka Ladavamanam Paramrishtam Atyanto Drutyaha Gopya Atyantaha. So Atyanta Drutya is this is described as running faster. This is one aspect of Atyanta Drutya. But again, Atyanta Drutya means, literally means very quickly. So Krishna allow us very quickly grab within this life. So in this way, according to our perception, so that we are unfortunate, no doubt, in this born in itself in the Kali Yuga. But and yet, so many sadhus, so many devatas, they are eager to take birth in this Kali Yuga. Why? Because in this Kali Yuga, so we all live in one world, and then we trying to somehow change so many things to make us happy, to make our life better. But most important thing is that you have to change the perception. So in this way, externally, there are always external aspect and there is internal aspect. Beautiful swan on the lake, their movement is very gracious and very move nicely, smoothly. But if you see under the water, that the leg move fast like this. So in order to make a beautiful movement, there is a leg department, they're working very hard. External aspect, internal aspect. You made your own arrangement. You set the alarm clock, or you set your own priority here to attend this class. But internally, you know what happened? Internally, Krishna brought you all this, drag, like a Krishna dragging the wood mortar. So I'll show you that verse, how Krishna dragging us together. So last class I also mentioned, but today we'll see by the verse. So who is going to read the next one?
Yeah, Meena Kavya is still need to read another one.
Here.
Yeah, Meena Kavya.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, translation.
Yeah, by dragging behind him with great force, they uprooted the two trees. By the great strength of the Supreme Person, the two trees with their trunks, leaves, and branches trembled severely and fell to the ground with a great crash. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here, when two trees, previously who were they previous life?
Kavera,
There's
the
Kriva and Nalakavera.
Yeah. So was they are the celestial souls. So they were having a nice time with the ladies, Apsara ladies, and then not only they are good at enjoying it, they are even enjoying the drinking also. And then Narada Muni came, and they didn't recognize because they are intoxicated with their enjoyment. And then Narada Muni cursed. Narada Muni cursed. Actually, this is a great blessing. So that by that curse, actually they were entering into Krishna's this Damodar Lila. So although they became a tree, actually they were waiting for this Lila to happen. But in order for the Lila to happen, Krishna has to make endeavor how? Dragging him behind with drag this wooden mortar. Not them. Ultimately, Krishna arranged this Srimad Bhagavatam, and then Krishna arranging our gathering Sangha, and then Krishna allow me to speak, Krishna allowing you to hear also. Externally, we checked our time, okay, nearly 5:30, okay, let's get to this Sangha, so this time I want to miss. Or other people, or today over other things. So externally, we make all this arrangement. But internally, actually, is Krishna is always doing hard work for us. Krishna doing more work than us. How? Look here. Boy Krishna uprooted the 2 trees. Uprooted. You know the tree uprooting, how strong wind has to be. Do you know that? And that by that this great strength, leaves, branches trembled severely and fell to the ground with a great crash. So externally it's a big mess. Externally this disaster. Tree lost their life. Tree lost their trunk. Tree lost their leaves, and their root, their base is uprooted externally. But actually this is the moment of celebration.
Yes.
So in our life, when this happens, with our mind always see in a way that make it comfortable for us, arranging in such a way that everything goes according to our wish. This is the tendency. So that's why we earlier on the summary, we heard also, Lord Jesus says that don't put your wish in priority, put someone else's wish as a priority. Why? This comes here. Because we are our own pleasure, our own benefit, our own comfort. But Krishna comes, then already pinching us. That's not the goal. That's not the way it works. There's some other world. So in order to enter that world, which Krishna create, in order to enter that world, already there is a crash here. Fell to the ground with a great crash. When the crash comes, we don't like it, but and yet this Mani Kubera and Nala Kubera, they got such a mercy that as soon as they come out of, they recover their body, they showing their gratitude, and then they left. So someone says that one devotee made a joke that they are not really good devotees. Why? Because they didn't help Krishna. They left, so they should help Krishna between the mother Yashoda. But there is a joke. But and yet here we see that when always entering to one world to another world, there is always a element of conflict, element of a big noise, element of a tremble. Even the physically in our universe, when rocket goes to the moon, we have to go out of the what do you call the layer. It goes to the great heat and the turbulence they experiencing. So spaceship has to be designed in a certain way that endure that great turbulence when they go out of this. I forgot the word in English word. What do you call the circle which goes around? The pardon?
Stratosphere.
Orbit. The way. So this is the meaning of the Damodar, the first verse. It's a beautiful verse. And also this is very much related to the Bhikshu Gita, his perception of mind and Atma. So no matter what happens, any insult, when we recognize it as insult, when we take it into our heart, that becomes insult. But this Bhikshu Gita, then this naughty boys and these other villagers who blame, he doesn't want to belong to that world. That's why he didn't pay attention to their world. So the same way, within our family, sometimes husband live in one world and then wife is living in another world. Then what happens? Only there is a conflict. It is natural. So this, our world is differently. So someone else is trying to pull us into their world, then what we do? What do we do?
Sorry, somebody else try to what? Sorry again. Patanjali Muni Prabhu, can you repeat the question, please? Sorry.
If someone else within our family or relatives or amongst the friends, they trying to pull you in their world, what we are supposed to do. So make them feel that you are entering their world, but trying to make yourself in your own bubble. So don't lose your own interest, don't lose your own self. Always focus on you are living in different. Don't forget Atma is Svalinga. Your Svalinga, you maintain that dignity, maintain your own serenity, and then maintain your goal of life. Think that you are one of them, but eventually they will recognize also. So in this way, this Damodar Lila, just the first verse itself, it shows most important thing, Sneha Vishesha. The love is very, Krishna's love for us is very special. So if we recognize Krishna's love, then our life also will change. Look at Devaki. Her love, her role is to let go of Krishna. Yashoda's role is with a stick chasing Krishna. Can you see the difference? Then now you have to think, what is your relationship with Krishna? Krishna doesn't want boring story. Krishna wants unique story from you. What kind of relationship you want to make with Krishna? It's that story is entirely up to you. How you going to make? Mother Yashoda wants to make relationship with Krishna with a stick in her hand. That's Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda giving us example, give us insight. Don't think always my relationship with Hare Krishna in that way. So humility, we think meek and humble. Being a yes woman, yes man, being humility. Krishna said, no. Humility means being bold for Krishna. This is what Prabhupada definition of being humility. You make your own relationship with Krishna. In any form, any situation, any circumstances, try to make a relationship with Krishna according to of the Shastra. Krishna will gladly accept it. But make sure, don't write boring story, yeah? Okay, I'll end here. So you got 10 minutes, so we got a few questions.
Question answer, yeah, please. Okay, if anybody have questions, please kindly raise your hand or just unmute yourself and we will let you speak, please. Hare Krishna, anybody would like to ask a question or would like to share a realization? Please unmute yourself or raise the hand. Okay, Patanjali has unmuted herself. Yes, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, just want to thank you very much. You started the lesson by saying it's going to be philosophical and boring, but actually I found it very, very interesting. So thank you very much for that. And I think I've learned a lot. And the differentiation between the two, and the eternal existence of one, and the changing nature of the other. So very nice distinction, and thank you so much for teaching us that, everybody.
Thank you, Patanjali. I agree with Patanjali as well.
So then, because
Sunita would like to ask you something. I think.
Oh yeah, do you have a question? Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, I just want to say that it was a lovely, lovely class. It's wonderful class. I didn't have words to explain it really. Patanjali Muni.
No, the question, not the clarification. Okay, you don't have much of a question, so let me explain about this. Now you're going to sing, so let me give you a tip about how to sing.
Sure.
So all the Sanskrit verses, there is a meter to it. So for example, each meter has a name. So for example, Basanta meter means like a spring meter. So the meter you chant is like a spring, like a blossom. And also the Shaldula Bikrida meter. So Shaldula Bikrida means a tiger is jumping. It's very heavy. Sometimes when you chant Brahmana chanting, very fast, very forceful. But this Dhamara Lila meter is called Bhujanga Prayata meter. Bhujanga Prayata, Bhujanga. Anyone knows what is Bhujanga? Who knows? Who does yoga? Serpent, yes, snake. So Janga means the body, Bu means earth, the body touches the earth, it's a snake. This is called snake passing meter. So how is snake passing? Going like this, very, very like this. So which means this meter, the one line is consists of 12 syllables. Normally Bhagavata, one line has 8 syllables. This meter, it goes short, long, long, short, long, long. Short, long, long, short, long, long, short, long, long, short, long, long, like this. So if you read Namami Shivaram Sachit Na, short, Ma, Mi, long. So short, long, long, short, long, long, like this. So in this way, very beautifully, like when the snake movement actually is beautiful in this on the planet. The best, the most beautiful circle actually the movement of snake. So in this way, this is a Bhujanga Prayata meter. So when you sing, bear in mind that short, long, long, short, long, long, like this. If you sing, then it will become more beautiful. I'm sure you are. If you don't have a further question, then let's hear this beautiful Damodar Lila song.
Please, yes, that would be great. I think what I'll just share the screen.
Okay.
For the Damodar Astakam, so people can read there in their mind as well. Give me 1 second. Just a second. Damodar Astakam here. Okay, all yours now, Samita Mataji. There we go. We can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself. Please.
Hare Krishna, everyone. I just need your blessings. So please give me your blessings. I just only came to know today about the meter as well, so I can try my best. So anyway. Namamishwaram Sachi Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajmana Yashoda Bhayolu Kaladavamana Paramrishta Matyanta Drodute Gopya Rudam Tamuhu Netram Yugmam Rijanta Nena Satak Netram Moho Swas Kampatri Rekak Kanta Stita Greva Damodaram Bhakti Bhadam Iti Dvikalila Bhirananda Kunde Swaghoshani Tam Tadiyeshitageshu Bhakte Jitatvam Puna prematastam shatavriti vande Varam deva moksham na moksham variva Nachanyam virneham vare shadapriha Idam teva purnath gopal balam Sada me manasya virastam kimane Idam te mukham bhajam atyanta nirlay Vritam kuntale snigdharaktasya gopya Muchumbita bimbaraktajra
Excuse me, sir.
Virastamalam lakshelabhe Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Jalap Dristi Vrishati Didambatanu Grahanesha Mamadhyaye Dashidrisha Uverakmado Buddha Muteyayatva Tavyamochito Bhakti Bhajo Kritoja Tatha Prema Namokshe Graham Nesti Damodareha Namaste Studamne Sfuratiptidamne Tadiyodarayatha Vishwasya Damne Namo Radhikaya Tadiyai Priyaya Ilaya Devaya Tubhyam Namo Radhikaya Tadiyai Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Shri Radhe Radha Damodar Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Gokula Nandan Radha Gokula Nandan Shri Radhe Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Gora Nitai Jaya Gora Nitai Jaya Gora Nitai Jaya Gora Nitai Jaya Prabhupada Shila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Shila Prabhupada Nitai Gora Haribo Haribol, Nitai Gora Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Haribol. Jai. Haribol. Okay, so now Mr. Vishalini Didi can do the first translation, please. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Vishalini Didi. Could you please do the first translation?
Yeah, please, can you make the screen a little larger? I am partially seated.
I'm sorry, I don't have that. This
Oh, okay,
screen
my husband
go
can.
larger.
My husband can.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
To the Supreme Controller who possesses an eternal form of blissful knowledge, whose glistening earrings swing to and fro, who manifested himself in Gokul, who stole the butter that the gopis kept hanging from the rafters of their storerooms, and who then quickly jumped up and ran in retreat in fear of Mother Yashoda, but was ultimately caught. To that essences. Upon saying,
Pinky Shane, can you do that, Pinky? Haribol.
Upon seeing his mother's whipping stick, he cried and rubbed his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes were fearful and his breathing quick, and as Mother Yashoda bound his belly with ropes, he shivered in fright and his pearl necklace shook. To this Supreme Lord
Yeah, Pramila Mataji, please. Haribol.
Those super excellent pastimes of Lord Krishna's babyhood drowned the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy. To the devotees who are attracted only to his majestic aspect of Narayana in Vaikuntha, the Lord herein reveals, I am conquered and overwhelmed by pure love and devotion. To the Supreme Lord Damodar, my obeisances hundreds and hundreds of times. Harish.
This is Kipna, please. Can you read? Kipna, Haribol. Number 4.
Yes, 1 second.
Okay.
O Lord, although benedictions, I do not pray to you for liberation nor eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon. My only prayer is that your childhood pastimes may constantly appear in my mind. O Lord, I do not even want to know your feature of Paramatma. I simply wish that your childhood pastimes may ever be enacted in my heart.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. The next one is Sipara Mataji. Sipara
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna. Hare
number 5.
Krishna.
Yeah.
O Lord, the cheeks of your blackish lotus face, which is encircled by locks of curling hair, have become reddened like bimba fruits due to then these millions of opulences are of no use to me, but may this vision constantly remain in my mind. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Is it Bhavini Mataji? Next, please. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. O unlimited Vishnu, O Master, O Lord, be pleased upon me. I am drowning in an ocean of sorrow, and I am almost like a dead man. Please shower the rain of mercy vision.
Okay, the next one is Panchali.
Hare Krishna. O Lord Damodara, in your form as a baby mother, Mother Yashoda bound you to a grinding stone with a rope of tying cows. You then freed the sons of Kuvera, Manigriva, and Nala Kuvera, who were cursed to stand as trees, and you gave them the chance to become your devotees. Please bless me in into your effulgence. Very good.
Thank you. The next one is Shreya. Shreya, just who raised their hand, you can place the last one.
O Lord, the entire universe was created by Lord Brahma, who was born for your abdomen, which was bound with a rope by Mother Yashoda. To this rope I offer my humble obeisances. I offer my obeisances to your most beloved Srimati Radha.
Thank you, Shreya. Hari Bol, very nice. Thank you very much.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we're just going to do, thank you very much for all the participants. You really did really well. And may Damodar blesses you all. But I want to request Patanjali Muni Prabhu to do the closing prayer, please. Hare Krishna, Patanjali Muni Prabhu. Patanjali Muni Prabhu, Hare Krishna. We can't hear you.
Oh yeah, please now you can close your screen share. Okay, thank you. So again, I'd like to thank you all for joining class, and then Sangeeta for organizing, and also those who contributed any your comment. Also, I'd like to thank you very much. So as we saw that tree standing in the hot, scorching heat, and also cold winter is standing. So at the end of their austerity, finally they saw Krishna. So in this way, in order to meet Krishna, there are two side effort requires. As you saw here, Krishna also making endeavor for us. He is not just sitting. Look, it's not according to this lila. In that way, we also has to make an endeavor. So if Maniguriva and Nalikuvera was there in their comfort zone, then he wouldn't have opportunity to participate in Krishna's lila. So the medium for them to participate this lila was curse or their offense. So in that way, sometimes in our life, sometimes something which we don't desire or something unexpected happens. But try to use that any obstacles as opportunity for us to grow further, to see Krishna's hand behind. So Narada Muni's curse actually nothing but Krishna's mercy. So in this way, they achieved such a position that they are in a position where automatically they also get glorification year after year, yuga after yuga, just by attending that little lila for standing for many, many years, so that whenever we glorify Damodar, whenever we glorify Mother Yashoda, they're also getting equal glorification. What a luck for them. Little mistake, but big, one sense, reward from Krishna. So in this way, whatever little endeavor we make regularly and continuously, then no doubt Krishna will appreciate. And also in that way, we make a one step close to Krishna. So maybe I'm thinking that the next class we go through the verse a little bit. Like today we did the first verse, maybe second verse to the another 8 verse. We go through quickly that each word meaning, so that we can relish Damodar Lila song a bit more. So what do you think?
That's fine. I think it should be sounding really good.
And maybe you can allocate maybe around maybe 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes will be enough, so that
20 minutes for that, yeah?
Yeah,
One verse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
then we did already the first verse. So the next 7 verses we go through individual word, so that when you sing, that truly you relish the meaning of it, And then even without reading English, you may kind of, when you sing, then automatically the all lila happen within your own heart.
That would be very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try next week then.
Okay, sure. Okay, now we don't have a time for question answers. If anybody have a question answer, please kindly do on a WhatsApp, and then the Patanjali Muni Prabhu will answer it.
Yeah, we'll address the next week in the
that'd be
beginning.
great. Thank you.
Okay then. Om Salve Bhavantu Sukhina Salve Santu Niramaya Salve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukhavak Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Satkamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Panchakalpa tarubhasya
Kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patanjali Muni Prabhu. Thank